Okay, here's the challenge. The more fractured things become in this world, the more I challenge you to become sovereign. What does that mean? I don't know. I'm still kind of figuring it out myself. I mean, I know what the word sovereign means. They use it in the movies about the kings and the queens and how sovereign they all are, and they're sovereign to their country. But what does it mean for me as a person? Well, I really have been focused on that, just given the turbulence that we have been enduring. I suppose life has always been turbulent, but really, this year, 2025, has just been like a whole different kind of turbulence, right? So, good morning, everyone. I'm going to do some lines here while I'm sitting here chatting with you all. Oh, and look, I just got my beautiful latte delivered. Hello, muy buenos dias, everyone. It is Friday, June 27th. Yeah, so as I was walking here, ran into Rhoda Draws as I was walking here. I was thinking about, because I like to have a little bit of a topic. I don't like to just go rogue anymore, because then I'll just amble about my thoughts and my dreams and my feelings as I'm doing my continuous line warm-ups. And so I was thinking about something that I have been doing lately that has making a difference. I'm not saying that do as I do at all, because I'm not, like, I'm just a bumbling mortal just trying to figure out my way through this life, not getting gobbled up by everything. So what I really have been focused on trying to be more sovereign, because like ever since January, to look at the news and just see what's happening, it's very unsettling, right? No matter what your views are, I would say that everyone would agree it's very unsettling out there, right? The institutions that are coming down, the rules and regulations that are not being followed and being ignored by somebody who thinks they're a king. Just the whole notion of the United States changing into a different sort of country is very surreal, I mean, I would say almost all Americans would probably agree they did not see this one coming, right? They did not see this one coming. And we don't even know what's coming, right? Because everything is like, there's no handbook for this, right? Except history, right? And history shows we're kind of on a track we're being fast-tracked into that whole world of just a different kind of world, right? And so I reached kind of a pinnacle with it where it was just gobbling me up, and I just felt like I just felt sick. I didn't feel good about anything. I mean, I'd look at the phone in the morning and I would just feel a little nauseous. And so I said, if I don't make a change, I'm going to get gobbled up. I'm not going to survive this. I'm not going to survive it, because we all know there's years of chaos ahead of us. Years, right? Like, what I'm kind of hearing is like a decade. We got a decade ahead of us of like madness. My God, is he going to live that long? I don't think so, but the madness is that whole movement, right? And so I don't, I may glance at my phone in the morning, but I really force myself to get up and out, and I feed my dog, and I have my morning vitamins, and then I get out the door. I get my dog out for a walk. It's like 6:30, 7 a.m., something like that. Beautiful time to be out. Beautiful time. You know why it's so beautiful? Because they're like sweeping the sidewalks and the parks, and they sweep with a big brush, a big leaf. That's how they sweep the park. So it's this beautiful sound, and the birds, and just the whole morning, first morning routine, right? I think no matter where you're at, the early morning routine is such a beautiful thing to witness. And I'm not even saying, oh, get out there and sketch, right? Because I'm not getting out there and sketching at that time of day. I'm getting out there and I'm just taking it all in. The morning lights, the birds, the sweeping of the park, the city workers kind of gathering and giggling and laughing and talking with each other, joggers showing up at the park, people walking their dogs, kids going to school, the whole thing, right? Like, I love that. No matter where I have lived, I have always loved the morning routine, right? And so I'm making it a point to get out there and enjoy that, hand my dog off to the dog walker, and then I try to get to the gym. I've been getting to the gym, and it's just, I'm just trying to have a routine that keeps me away. And as you probably all know, like, the more you start taking care of yourself, the more you start taking care of yourself, right? I can't eat naughty foods like I used to. And that kind of bums me out, honestly. It reminds me of my mother. I remember when my mother was told she couldn't drink beer anymore. Honestly, I think it was the saddest day of her life. Because she was so, she had been told she couldn't do other things, like when she quit smoking and stuff like that. But when she was told she couldn't drink beer anymore, I've never seen her so sad. That, even she was alive and conscious when they told her they were sending her to hospice. She was upset, but not like she was upset when she was told she couldn't drink beer anymore. I just laughed. If she were alive and upright, she would laugh at that too. But it all killed her, right? So she's not here. How did I get talking about my mother's death? And laughing at her pain. I'm not laughing at her pain. I'm just laughing because my mother would find that funny too. Like, for example, when she was in the hospital and things were going south, the only thing that made her laugh is I would read the police blotter to her, and she knew everyone in town. So she really enjoyed hearing about who was arrested and who was committing crimes. And in a small town, it's like you know everyone, right? So may she rest in peace, my mother. She really, she is a big part of who I am today and why I do what I do. So I may joke, I may have a little fun, but really, she is a big part of my life today and every day. So anyways, yeah, I just, the madness of the world, I think we're going to be challenged for years to come. And, I think we are all being invited just to be in the world differently, right? Be in the world differently because, the banking systems are changing, education is changing. I don't know exactly if the art world is changing, but it feels like the art world is changing. I'm a little wary of in-person workshops. I don't know that people are going to do that. I'm on my way to San Francisco in a few days, and I've got a workshop at the Ferry Building and in Chinatown, a sketch. And I got people signed up, but it's not like how it was in the years past where I would just get people signed up. I think people are a little nervous about being out there. Especially California, where they're raiding public places, right? I'll see what that's like when I'm there, but that makes people nervous, right? That makes people nervous. So we have to operate from a different. We're being asked to be in this world different, and I don't even know what it means. Except first and foremost, I'm going to stop being such a slave to my phone and everything online. Easier said than done, right? Because everything's in our phone. But, just the whole idea of drawing, that's a very human thing. In my drawing group, we have the letter writing program where we're sending handwritten letters to each other across the globe. I just got a message from Ursula in Switzerland. She got my 5 pages of handwritten. I did it with a dip pen in calligraphy, and I had fine Japanese paper. It was good for fountain pen. I thought it was good for drawing, but actually it was just good for writing, so I felt like an aristocrat. Sending a letter, and it had blobs on it, and the ink was splattering, and the fountain pen would jerk a little bit, but I liked that. That was all part of it, right? So this whole letter writing thing is a super fun way. And, I'm not trying to be like, yay, come by my classes, come sign up for my stuff. But I really am trying to, support the process of being human in this era where things are going way deep technologically speaking, right? I like AI. I use the tools of AI. I like to explore image making, video making. I've made myself into a million different things, and it's funny. It's funny. It makes me laugh. I turn myself into things, right? It just makes me laugh thinking about it, right? The image capabilities, so off the charts, right? And I understand the origin of it. Like, it's not ethically clean, but show me something that is. And I'm not trying to justify it, but this is the way of the world, this new technology. You know, like financially things are going to be changing, or economically, right? So how are you preparing for that? You know, just socially things are changing. Everywhere I hear, it's like it's so important to have community, be in community. And I have a lot of online community, but that's why I'm trying to do more in-person stuff. I'm super excited about going to San Francisco and having in-person stuff. I don't really get the support here in San Miguel for in-person stuff, so I kind of stopped doing that. So when I get back from all my travels, I'm probably going to wrap up my time here in San Miguel. But I'll cross that bridge when I get there. So it's just super important to do human things, right? Be human. What does that mean? We are human. Well, you know what? It's your journey to figure out. If you're in pain about what's happening, if you're stressed out, stop looking at the news. Stop expecting things to go back to normal. Stop expecting the same of what things were. We're stuck with this thing, in the United States. We're stuck with this party for a long time, right? So you got to find a new way. You got to find a new way. And what does that mean? I don't know, but I'm trying to find a new way myself. I'm going to find a new way, and I don't know exactly what it means, but I'm not looking for things to go back to how they were. I'm looking to be an artist, an instructor, and workshop organizer, all in a different way. And here's some big news. This week I received an email from Indart, the distributors of Indart, and they have invited me to be their brand ambassador. These inks I have been using ever since I discovered them. I discovered them online. No, I discovered Lumen, I think. And they're beautiful, saturated, super professional grade saturated inks, made in Italy, not available in the United States or Canada, which is super weird. Available here in Mexico, and they're like $3. They're under $4 a bottle, right? So I just got that invitation. Oh, it kind of matches my outfit, doesn't it? I didn't even plan that, but look at that, kind of like the whole ensemble. Yeah, so I don't even know what that means, but I'm super excited, right? Because I want to take myself as an artist to a whole new level, myself as a instructor to a whole new level, myself as a workshop organizer to a whole new level. I partnered, collaborating with Felix Scheinberger, right? That's like, what's so interesting about working with him is he's got like sponsors, he's got agents, he's got people. He has a team of people, right? And I don't know many artists who have a team of people, right? And so to work with him, it's like I have to check with all his people. And to me, it feels like, oh, that's a sign that's like for me to educate myself on like what's to come. And I'm not saying I'm following Felix's Scheinberger's path, but it's educational to see, like, he's got all these people, and it's like you can't just do this because you have to think about that, and then you have to think about product placement, and then you have to think about his placement and what is he speaking about and where is he going. So very interesting, right? Like, he's got book deals and agents and the whole deal. I love it. Very informative, you know. I like my sort of like rogue, figure it out as I go life as an artist and instructor, but it's interesting to see how things, I mean, honestly, like for women, like usually the outlook for a woman making it, generally speaking, is that she has to do all the heavy lifting and she has to do it all. And that's literally what I do now. I do all the heavy lifting and I do every aspect of my business, right? And that's cool. Now I'm in control of it, but it's interesting to see how in the future maybe I can be handled a little bit. Maybe somebody can handle me. What do you think, huh? How interesting would it be I don't know who could handle me, but or would I want to be handled? But anyways, it's very interesting to think about. So yeah, packing up my time here in San Miguel. Gonna be in Mexico City for a few days before I go to the city by the bay. Gearing up for a good time there. Interesting time, riding bikes, e-bikes, and park time, and seeing the bridge and everything. Seeing my friends out there and having some classes, and I'm going to do it different than how I did last time, because the whole world is different now. San Francisco is different. I'm different, right? Look at what is happening to the United States. It's a shell of its former self, right? So I'm not looking for it to be the same. I'm going there with new eyes and new heart, and kind of want to do things differently. Kind of keep in mind that people are walking on eggshells, myself included, right? So I'm going to be more sovereign, more empathetic to my own feelings as well as those around, because everyone is going through something, right? Everyone is going through something. And so I'm going to invite everyone to finish big with a heart, because these are strange, strange days. And oh wait, why don't I have my I should have my, can you see that? Can you see it? There we go. Here, wait, let me do product placement, right? I'm learning from Felix Scheinberger. You have to do product placement. So finish big with a heart. Go easy on yourself. Go easy on others. Keep encouraging yourself as an artist. Keep encouraging to do things with your hands. Stay tactile, right? Because there's going to be a lot of technologies that are going to try to capture this whole bulb, right? Capture our attention, our money, our everything, our soul, right? So keep doing things with your hand, and with Indart saturated inks from Roel. All right, everyone, finish big with a heart. There you go. Keep telling your stories. Thanks for being a part of this very cool community. Animals is the topic this month. We're going into a new topic next week. So thanks for being here. Keep on drawing. Stay cool, everyone. Bye.